Hey guys, and welcome back to Texture Pack Reviews. In case you didn't see my review video, this is the one that won, and Texture Pack Review. Yeah, so we're doing a Texture Pack review now, and this Texture Pack is called Soartex Fanver. Now, honestly, this Texture Pack is outstanding. I've seen so far. It is 64-bit, so if you've got a very good computer or don't know how to allocate memory, I wouldn't recommend using it, but it is really good. So these are the woods. Like, I love this pattern. It's like bark broken up again, like the other texture pack we did before this. The faithful, like broken up textures. This birch wood. It's very like almost like you can scrape your fingers down and you can feel all the different ripples. It's really realistic and just like you're there. And these wood, the acacia, the jungle wood, that looks really nice. You can see the moss there. It looks like actual bark, and the dark oak, which is really cool. It looks like dark bamboo. And the planks, they're very like formal. They're not like straight lines. They are straight lines, and it looks really good. They look very modern. It's a very almost like smooth and also rough and very modern texture pack. This one is, and like the planks contrast very well with the they contrast with the wood and also go with it at the same time. It's just really good. And then you got the trees. So these leaves, I really like the way that the leaves look. They actually look like real leaves. And then you've got the sapling, which looks amazing. It's like the first sapling I think we've seen that actually looks incredibly different from the all the original saplings, and all like the high definition of the leaves and stuff. And then you've got like the nice wood again. The wood goes so well with the leaves. And you've got the spruce, and the spruce tree sapling. That looks amazing. It's just so cool. And you've got the cool tree. I love the way the leaves look, actually like leaves and like little flowers and stuff. And then you've got the rough effect of the bark, and you've got the contrast of the nice leaves. Oh, it's just really nice. And that sapling, oh, it's just amazing. And the birch sapling is like a circle, and then you've got like it's always like rough, papery sort of bark with nice bright leaves and stuff like that. Actually, I'm gonna leave it the way it was naturally. And look at this inventory. The creative inventory is ridiculous. Oh yes, this is not ridiculous in a bad way. It's really nice. And then you've got the jungle tree, of course, where the leaves, again, these are very similar to the rest of the leaves, but I don't think that in a bad way, because the leaves are so well done. It's amazing. And you got the jungle tree sapling, which I would have said more looks like oak, but I'm not going to criticise at this particular point, because it looks amazing, the sapling. You got the acacia tree, which I think looks really cool, how it's like, almost like a stones, and then you got the nice sapling here. It's really cool. Then you got the dark oak with like almost like the thick bamboo sort of rough texture of the tree. Sorry if you can hear any background noise. And then you got the cool leaves, like the very like faded light leaves, and all the leaves look so similar, but you can like notice differences between them. And you got the cool dark oak sapling. Honestly, the trees and the woods, I'm gonna give 10 out of 10 so far. Amazing. I just love the way those look. Right, swiftly moving on then, or just moving on in general. We have stone, and stones, again, it's almost like quite smooth but quite rough at the same time. You can see how some bits are more more worn away than other bits, and it looks really nice. And then you got the cobblestone as well, which looks it looks a bit less gritty. It looks more like smooth and modern and more pavement style than the other original cobblestone the game adds. And then this is bedrock, and bedrock doesn't really, in my opinion, go that well with the rest of the texture pack. I mean, it looks very like ripply and stuff. I mean, I don't know if this is like, but then I guess bedrock is like a special rock that's not to be broken, and it looks very rough and like, you know, bottom of the world sort of thing. And the dirt looks very much like little stones engraved in dirt, and you can definitely see how some parts are raised and others, and the contrast in the textures and the light and the dark. They do a lot of things in this. It looks really good, especially like the bark. You see, like this bit stands out, and this bit's like shadows in the middle. I love how they did that. The pods all look so cool too. It's no longer just like brown dirt. It's now brown dirt with like the autumny leaves that have fallen onto it, and the mycelium, which is like just like the grass, and the grass is like very smooth. You see how it goes? It's like it's very smooth yet quite very like nice as well. And you got this is really good. Then you've got the sand. The sand looks really nice too. It's like, it looks really nice and smooth, and you can still see the texture from the inside, and each individual pixel looks really nice. And then you've got the gravel, and the gravel looks really nice too. It almost looks like silver ore in the game. And then you've got the red sand, which is simply the sand again. Now here we have all the oars, and all the oars are the exact same shape, which I do like. I mean, I don't mind having all the oars differently. I guess it helps differentiate between them, but I do like them all the same shape. It helps to add some like similarities. And I love this, right? Because you've got the coal, which is like very dark and stuff, which creates a really nice abstract sort of pattern on the coal block. Then you've got the iron, and the iron now has gone more down to browny than it has down, because it used to be peachy, like in the middle of browny and orange, like a sort of like brown dark, like this sort of colour and a grey, and it's gone more down to the brown, which I don't see how it smelts into iron blocks, but the iron blocks are so cool, like a very like high max sort of security prison. If any of you ever seen SpongeBob, it almost looks like the panels on the Krusty Krab's wall. I don't see how that would smelt into thing, but it looks really nice, and the gold, or like the fragments and the shards of the gold, and it looks like it's physically shining, and then you've got like the really fancy patterns of the gold here, and you've got like shadows and dents and stuff, and it's really good. The lapis and the redstone, seeing as they're not very popular, well, I mean, redstone doesn't exist in real life, and lapis isn't used very much anymore, but still does exist. The blocks are very like almost like wool almost, you know, that you can just feel yourself rubbing your hand around them and feeling like smooth, almost like a tile on like a wall, and it's really nice. Diamonds and emeralds, they literally look like they are shining. They do, the way they use the colours. And then you've got the diamond block, which looks like a load of diamonds combined together, and almost like a cracked crystal block, almost like ice, kind of, a bit like the castle from Frozen. I know I'm making loads of relations to other like TV programs and stuff, but it does look a bit like the ice from the castle from Frozen that Elsa sort of made, well, like realistic versions of that. And then you've got the emerald block, which is just very much like the vanilla Minecraft emerald block, but with so much more detail and shadowing effects and stuff on it, which is I really like. Then you've got the sponge, and the sponge has had like a different effect. Instead of using like light yellow and dark yellow, they use actual black and like different waves of light yellow and stuff throughout the sponge, which I think is really nice. Then you've also got the glass. Sorry, I don't know why I keep breaking these things. Then you've got the glass, which I really like. It's like outlined in black, which I think is quite cool, you know, how the glass would work like this. I think it's nice, the glass in this. It could really work, you know, if you have like all the outline in the black. Because like, it's very modern, you know, you'd have windows outlined in like plasticky, sort of metal-y almost frames, which I think is nice. Now you've got sandstone and chiseled sandstone and the smooth sandstone, and I like how this works, because this sandstone looks very realistic. It looks like a very realistic texture pack, especially with the sandstone, because the sandstone is rough and like more stony than the original sandstone, which is just like a little crack and a ripple. And this smooth sandstone definitely looks like it's been smoothened. Like this sandstone has got a bit of sandpaper and just rubbed it down repeatedly until you get this nice smooth one. And then you've got the chiseled sandstone, which is like this, and of course hieroglyphics again. I wish I knew Egyptian hieroglyphics. It'd be such a nice skill to learn, to be able to read those. Sandstone's really good too. Then you've got all the different walls and the stained clay. And they've changed the stained clay a bit now, because as of course this glass has like a frame around it, they've made the colour of the glass the colour of the frame, which I like quite a bit. Then they also have dyed the glass that colour as well. And one thing I really like what they've done is they've made the hard stained clay they're coloured look like the actual glass in the wool, which I really like. And this wool, it's almost like very almost like antique sort of vintage sort of bed covers sort of style wool. You know, it's like the little checker pattern and stuff, and I think it's quite cool. Like nice. This is very nice wool. And then you've got all the different stained clay, which is it's like weird. It's like this sort of sandy stuff, but it's all cracked, but also smooth and like rough, and you can just imagine seeing something like this in real life. It's very modern as well. I really like this texture pack so far. It's doing really well. The bricks, I like how they've used the darker bricks now, because in real life, every now and again you get bricks that look kind of darker, contrast to light, but I can't just keep complimenting this. So one thing I would say about this is that it looks very multicolored almost. So if you had a lot of it everywhere, it would look very multicolored. I'm not sure if that's that could put your buildings off or make them really well. I'm not sure. It really just depends on what you're trying to build with the bricks. Then you've got the bookcases, and it looks so formal, like an actual library, where all the books like lined up evenly in like different colours, and like, almost like a collection of encyclopedias or something like that. But it's really nice. You've got the mossy cobblestone here, which is like the cobblestone with like little bits of moss in between it, and you can see it, and it still looks realistic and modern and nice and smooth and rough at the same time. Oh, it's just weird. This is such a great texture pack. And then you've got the obsidian, which looks a lot like the bedrock actually, which is what I'm slightly concerned about. How would you tell the difference between the obsidian and the bedrock? Because if I was to get out bedrock right now, which I will do. Where is bedrock? Bedrock. They look quite similar. Well, wait, they don't actually. Sorry. The bedrock's more grey, and then the obsidian's more purpley. But I still like it. It's using that rippling effect again. The ice. If you look at this ice, it's just really nice. And the cracked ice, the packed ice again looks really nice too. This ice looks very see-through, very modern. So does the snow. If you were going to build a modern house out of snow and using ice, it would look really nice. It's like real materials. And the clay looks like it's supposed to be like it's been soaked up with loads of water and wet and like mushy, but also quite nice. Like you run your hands along and like pick up bits of clay and move it around a lot. Then you've got the hard stained clay. Why did I break in the hardened clay? Which is like basically a cracked, almost like a hard cracked version of this, which I really like. And the first texture pack we're reviewing in the series that has put an animation into it. I mean, yeah. You got the jack-o'-lanterns here. They actually have an animation if you can't see it. It's flashing back and forth. It's quite cool. Because the pumpkin's like Halloween sort of style pumpkin. It's no longer like the Minecraft uneven, wonky sort of pumpkin sort of style. This is very formal and like all even on both sides, and I think it's really nice. And then you've got the nice like glowing, like it literally looks like they've set a fire off on the side of it. Then you've got the melons as well, and the tops of these look really cool, especially the pumpkin, how the lines are coming in. And like a little star. And then you've got the melon, which has still got the lines coming in, but it's like less circular. But then I still do like the melons, especially as they're green. Now, the netherrack here also got like the obsidian and the bedrock again, using this ripply effect, which is really nice. I'm not sure how it would look in a mass quantity of the whole nether, but it should look okay. Then you got the soul sand, which looks nice. Another one of these that hasn't like used this, another texture pack that hasn't used the soul aspect that Minecraft gave to soul sand. Which I think is alright, I guess. I mean, it's quite nice. It still looks nice. The soul sand does. Yeah, very nice. It's like almost like the sand and the grass sort of pattern. The glowstone, and the glowstone just is amazing. It's modern, it's stylish, it's traditional. You could use it in like loads of modern builds. You could use it for lights. You could use it in the nether. You could use it for buildings. Use it for a whole wall, and it still look great. I've definitely seen people use this before. I mean, this sort of glowstone, I remember this glowstone from other things that I've seen before, and this is probably what makes this texture pack stand out so much. Then you got the nether brick, which looks really nice. Like again, with like the brick design, and then because it's such high resolution, you know, you've got loads of detail in here. And this glowstone, it's just brilliant. And the texture pack, and then the nether bricks, you know, all the different bricks, like different colours, and then you've got the nether quartz, which again is using the exact same template as the ore. But it looks very like, but I'd probably say this looks more like iron or silver than quartz. But you know, it still looks good. Why did I get an egg? Oh, I forgot. I'm gonna create the boat. Yeah, and then you've got the bricks, and the bricks are really cool because you've got the stone bricks, the cracked stone bricks, the mossy stone bricks. They are all so similar, ridiculously similar, more similar than everything else. And these cracks are quite easy to notice, but then they work really well together. You could just have so many of these cracks and you wouldn't really notice anything different really that much from the stone bricks, and your building would still work really well. And then you've got the mossy stone brick, when your building would still work even if you used some of these. And then the chiseled stone brick, and because there's only these like a quarter of the size of one line in Minecraft, it's why these are so amazingly formed, I guess. They're all chiseled and nice and cool. And you got the quartz again, and this quartz is see, it looks weird. It looks like it's a lower resolution than it actually is. And what I like about this quartz is this looks like it's coming out from the back. Although it isn't, it's just the way they use the shadows underneath it to make it look like it's coming out. And it looks all chiseled. And then you've got the pillars, which look really cool as well. And the tops are quite nice. And then you've got the normal quartz. If you look carefully, it's actually cracked on the top. So if you're using the top of this, it looks like marble, in my opinion. Not marble, which looks really quite cool. Like a marbly effect in like a bank or something. Now then, you've got all the slabs, and especially these stone slabs. They're just amazing. They are just modern. There isn't like another word for it. They're just modern, smooth, but also rough and modern. And then you've got all the other multicolored bricks like that, and you've got all the other ones for all the other woods. The cobweb looks really cool too. Seeing as all the lines are so small, you can have so much detail in this one cobweb, and the grass, the little lines on the edge, are really nice too. And you got the actual tall grass, which I think is really nice too. Little detail, so many individual strands of grass make it look. And we're back. Sorry about this, guys. Yeah, 15-minute time limit. You got used to this by now, probably. Right, yeah, the other thing, little individual strands of grass, which makes it look much more realistic and almost more, just nicer in general. And you got the fern, which again, like the bluebird, or is it bluebell? The first texture pack review I did, where the fern is no longer a fern, but more of a actual grass thing, which I quite like. Now you've got the dead bush. Now the dead bush is really confusing in my opinion because it doesn't look like a dead bush anymore. Now it looks like an actual plant. And I think what they did is, because this is a very modern texture pack, say you had like sand around in a modern house, you could actually plant real greenery on it, which I think is, well, I think it could be very misleading in a real desert, but it still looks really nice as the actual thing. And you got the flowers, the rose, all the different flowers. They all look really, really nice. Especially these ones. Just the definition of all the different individual flowers, and seeing as it's such a high definition thing, and you got like the little leaves, and it's really nice. All these flowers and the mushrooms. The brown mushrooms are like a collection of mushrooms, and usually you would have a lot of mushrooms. And you got these and the tall mushrooms again. Really nice. It's increased detail on these. They look with like the way they shadowed it. Is this like? Sorry, it's like stone. It sounds like stone. It looks like the actual shadowing effects in the mushrooms, and this one here, this one looks really nice. It's like the spots look like they're actually, the contrast is really nice between them. Now you've got all the furniture, which you've got the torch, which it's, although like I like the fire effect as well and the smoke and stuff. The torch looks really nice. The chest, although it's got very high definition and it's all very wooden, it still looks quite modern. And this crafting table, it's got like little drawers and stuff as well, and the furnace, and you've got the jukebox and the ender chest. Enchanting table and the anvil and trap chest, which has a little red thing here instead of a white thing. These do look really nice. Then you got the iron bars, and the iron bars are black instead of grey, so it's rather black. It's like black iron instead of grey iron, which I think is quite nice too. Then you got the fence posts as well, the wooden and the nether brick. They're fine, I guess. Then you got the sorry guys, my game's lagging. I just need to allocate my memory back in a sec. Yeah, so I just allocated some more memory because the game was lagging. And the vines, these look really nice. They actually look like ivy crawling up your walls, which I think is really nice effects. And these look really good too, these pumpkins. Then you've got the sunflower, which looks like a real sunflower. The way it's like nice little petals around the edge and a proper sunflower in the middle. And then you've got all of these flowers, and especially the rose bush, but they all look really high definition. And the tall grass isn't actually that tall, you know, but I still think it looks nice. Now this is what does it for me, makes it one of the best texture packs, because texture packs can have amazing textures, but it's so hard to find a texture pack with retextured paintings, and these are outstanding, literally. You've got like a cave with like water flowing in, and then you've got like a forest that looks like it's on fire, almost like an evil, like a dead tree with crows flying, and you've got like a really nice, almost like a little garden with like all the different glowstone, and then you got the really nice autumn's day and the autumn tree with the leaves blowing, the red and the yellow flowers from the texture pack, and then you've got all these like really nice mountains, and that one, the moon reflecting on the river. These paintings are ridiculously amazing. That's what does it for me, because if a person could be bothered to actually make an entire painting set, then obviously they care. Then obviously they have spent a lot of time on this texture pack. Then you got the nice bed, which is very similar to the original, and you got the quite a nice like striped bed wall and stuff. That was good. The little flower pot. Then you got the heads, and these look really cool because the creeper, he has like an unhappy smile, and there's a Steve skin, and there's, you know, you got the zombie. The zombie looks like almost like a Frankenstein with a skeleton and a skeleton. The cactus is nice too, with the little X's, and yeah, the cactus looks pretty good too. Really nice. It's like almost in the shades of green, looking quite smooth together, and it's really nice. And the redstone trail, really modern, really like orderly and laid out and straight and stuff. And then you've got the dispenser, which looks like an actual dispenser, you know, like a hole here. Almost, you can see the circular aspect of this. It looks curved. The jukebox, which I love how all these, it's almost like a thatched design pattern they've gone for. The sticky piston and the piston, looking pretty similar. I like them both. The TNT looks awesome too, like an old rustic sort of Wild West sort of explosive. And then you've got the redstone lamp, and I'm gonna add a redstone lamp and a turned on redstone lamp, because I think it's worth doing this. So I just need to... No! 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 Oh God, no. That was not intended. Oh God. Right, I will be right back. I'm just going to try and get this world. I guess we're gonna fix this mess and I'll come back on the video when it's done. Okay, so I'll see you guys in a second. So we're back. Yeah, so sorry, I just fixed this mess. There we have a turn on right lamp and a turned off, and then you got the dropper, which looks very similar to the dispenser, and you can see how it's like almost inward, and then you got the hopper, which looks really nice too, and the wooden door. It's almost like kind of rustic, very smooth and also rough, and I love this iron texture. It looks like a real prison sort of like stuff, and with the paneling, it's really good. Okay. Then you got all the different pressure plates, which look really nice. Daylight sensor that's really cool. It looks closest to a real solar panel we've had so far. You got little like bars in the middle of these trapdoors, which I think is really nice too. Fence gate, that's a command block. That's one of the new ones. Unknown command. Try / help for it. That's a command. I wonder if I just do this for a second, right? So I just want to test something. I know I shouldn't be testing it in texture review. Doesn't do anything. Okay. Yeah, so that's a command block, in case you don't know what that is. It's like a little block you can get, it's new, and then you got the redstone torch, and you got the buttons, the little repeaters and comparators, which look very like modern and orderly. The beacon is quite nice as well. Then you've got the water, and you got the lava, and you got transportation with the steel like work minecart. Then you've got all the different mobs. So the villager here, he looks pretty cool. The villager looks like very modern, you know, very plasticky almost. Please, sorry, I'm just gonna turn down friendly creatures a little bit. Then you got the pig, which is really cute as well. There's little like brown podges on it of mud. You got the sheep, which I need to see its face. Looks very, very realistic. Quite cute as well. And you got the cow, which is nice as well. They've added splotches of white onto here. They've made it look much more realistic. And you got the same with the mushroom. And the wolf looks kind of evil, kind of more grey. And then you got the ocelot, which actually looks like a real tiger. I love these mobs. And you got the chicken, which looks quite cool actually. So yeah, these mobs have been really a lot of work done on them. Now you got all the items. So let's begin. The saddle's really nice as well, and so is the carrot on a stick. This is a real like fishing rod, and then you got the bucket. What? Oh my god, it's animated. They've made an animation for the carrot on a stick. Like the carrot's moving around. If I just... Oh my god, look, the carrot's actually moving. That's amazing. To have an animation, that's really cool. Then you've got like the snowball, the paper, the book, the slime balls, you've got the bones, the like ender pearl, and you've got the eye of ender, looking really like almost like spooky and stuff. All smooth and rough, and the books are amazing, and you've got all the music discs and the crap music discs, like real scrapes. And the horse armor looking like really horse-like. Do we even have a horse there? We don't, no. When I get back from my holiday to America, I'm going to redo this entire like world to make a new one. The sun looks nice too. Then you've got the apples and the mushroom stew and all of these foods looking really, really nice. The cake's like all blocky. If you can hear my mum talking in the background, sorry about that. You got the apples, which you got the enchanted apple, golden apple, which is more like a green apple now, the other type of apple. And you got all the different steaks and the meats looking really meat-like, especially this chicken. It's even salted almost. And the potatoes are really nice too, and so is the melon and the puffer fish. Just look at that detail on that puffer fish, it's ridiculous. The eye there looking like a real eye. Oh, this is, and the carrots looking like real carrots. These foods have been really amazing done. So the whole texture pack. Like literally barely any bad things about this so far. Then you got all the tools, you know, the diamond tools, the iron tools looking a bit more like iron now, a bit more like dirty, almost a gritty sort of like rough sort of colours and textures. And the wooden tools looking really nice and smooth, and the stone and the gold shining, almost like bronze actually. You got the compass and the clocks and the flint and steel, which looks really nice as well. You know, much more like very fancy. And the fishing rod was another animated texture, in case you can't see that. got an animated texture, which is really cool. And you got the name tag, and then you've got the stuff here. Moving on to armors, the armor sets look really nice as well, and I'm just going to put one on to show you, just diamond for the sake of it. The armor set looks really cool. And you got the bows and the arrows and the swords look really, this whole texture has been really well done. The brewing stand looks really nice, and so does the cauldron. And you got all the ingredients. Whoa, is that a fermented spider's eye? Oh my god, the fermented spider's eye looks amazing. And you got all the blaze powder and stuff like that. It looks really quite cool. This whole thing is really cool, and the gas tear, like a real teardrop. Moving on to the last bit, you have all the coal and the charcoal and the diamond. That diamond is amazing, and that emerald is like all hexagonal almost. It's really cool, like the iron bars, and then you got all the sticks and all of this stuff. They redid the entire texture pack, which is what I really find, well, I really do like how they redid the entire texture pack, including all the dyes and everything, and the cactus green dye looking really similar, they kept all the similarities between the originals to these, but it still looks really good. Then you've got all the crops and the sugarcane. It looks amazing. It'll be a great, like, the sugarcane is a really nice way to, like, cut rooms off, or used for modern builds. And then this whole texture pack is used for modern builds, really. Like the ploughed ground got little bits of almost like fertilizer in the middle. The pumpkins look really nice, so do the melons and the growing stages. And all of this stuff looks great. Honestly, it does. Now, moving on back to here, where these look really. Now you got some really modern builds here. So you got like the jungle house, which is really nice. The birch house, which is really cool too. The oak house, which is really nice as well. And then you got the spruce house, which is really nice as well. Now, okay guys, you're gonna last time it was a draw. Well, the first texture that we did, it was a draw because only 2 people voted, me and Jake. And I voted for the spruce house, and he voted for the jungle. So it's going. Okay, so what we're gonna do is the first episode we did of this is gonna have 1 vote for each of them. So I think we're going to make a scoreboard for this now. So I'm going to go over and quickly make a scoreboard, I guess. I'll be back. I'm just going to make a scoreboard, and then I'm should be back in a minute. Okay, so I'll see you guys in a sec. And we're back. Yes. So instead of making a scoreboard, I had a better idea. So using item frames and diamonds, I got an idea. So on the first week, I voted for spruce, and Jake voted for jungle. So we go inside the house, we put an item frame down, and put a diamond in it. They won 1 week. Well, they drew at least 1 week. Ta-da! Now, week 2, Jake voted for spruce. Ta-da! I voted for birch. Ta-da! And now, this week, we now get another vote on which one wins, and then I will tell you guys this on the next texture pack review in a few weeks' time. And seeing as I will be remodeling this world because I missed a few things out, I'll just copy across the houses. No, honestly, out of all these houses, pick which one you think is best, and please tell me. And I'm sorry, I really hope you enjoyed this episode and all the episodes so far. It's been a great few weeks, and now I've got another 3-week gap, and then I'm back on my channel again. So, honestly, I'm just going to say it. I think birch looks nice. I love the way these bricks look, and I love the way that it looks really nice inside. I think birch. You guys tell me in the comments. In 3 weeks' time, we'll assess who wins, whichever house won. And then, of course, there'll be some changes when I get back to the channel. As in, when I get back from the holiday, everything should be the same. Of course, I'm just going to redo this entire world because I missed some stuff out that I wanted to add in, and I just want to make it a little bit nicer and stuff. So. And I'm also going to add, I was thinking about adding some more variants of houses, but I think I'm not going to do that now. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Please make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, whatever. I've been Jacob, and I'll see you later. And, yeah, so I'll see you in 3 weeks. Bye.